I'm Sushrut Jadhav, Professor of Cultural Psychiatry at University College London. I prefer to think of myself as a street psychiatrist and a clinician anthropologist. I focus on people whose mental distress arises out of social defeat. I heard about the wall falling, switched on the album Wall by Pink Floyd, and immersed myself in fieldwork data on white British natives of London. I'm particularly concerned with mental distress amongst people who live on the margins of society. What we haven't achieved in India is to reflect and address how our own cultural identities and social pathologies shape our theories and interventions to make them locally relevant and socially just. The homeless, mentally distressed in London, and the Dalit people in India share a common plight of being culturally and psychologically unhomed by society. And their distress is viewed by mental health professionals largely through a lens that edits out powerful, destructive social and political forces which shape their loss of dignity, their experiences of humiliation, and denial of full participation in an unjust society which generates social untouchables. I found borrowing ideas from the global south really helpful in healing distress in the global north. I discovered how to address wounds caused by cultural identity distress in the clinic setting. In the process of doing this, I have reconfigured the configuration, the terrain, and the boundaries of what I term the walls of the biomedical clinic. This is perhaps illustrated best through a short, consented, and anonymized audio clip from two of my caste therapy subjects, a Dalit and a Brahmin academic.
After having gone through a long, therapy, medicinal and others, nobody could really diagnose the problem that I had. And this therapy could see the social defeat inside the psyche was really troubling this person. As a part of the ritual, there was a thread hanging on my body, and it was like a snake, and it was getting venom into my mind. Got rid of that thread that is called sacred thread. I got rid of that. There was some stinking smell that was coming somewhere from within me. I could realize that where it is, the source of it, and I could give a decent burial. And I feel free now. I don't consider myself to be Brahmin anymore, and a lot of happiness after that.
I would suggest three of them. Number one, to lay bare the psychological lies that lie buried below the walls of India's caste system. Number two, how can I further cross transfer my research from India to London's homeless peoples? And finally, number three, why are we creating conditions that are unhoming us? Well, my hope is to dialogue with your oppressors and find a common solution that wounds and persecutes both oppressor and the oppressed.